The PixelFX Morph is finally here, and I have finally decided to pick one up. It's been available for a few months now, but there's been a lot of discourse about this scaler. It's a pure digital-to-digital scaler, and kind of negates the purpose of a retro gaming scaler to not have analog inputs, but that's beside the point. So I decided to go ahead and pick this up because I was curious about one aspect of it, and that is its deinterlacing properties. So unfortunately to date, PixelFX has not done the best in deinterlacing. Their N64 Digital kit introduced Motion Adaptive Deinterlacing, and it has never looked quite right compared to options like the RetroTink 5X and now RetroTink 4K. So disregarding any other type of discourse that is going on about the Morph, I want to look at the deinterlacing, the motion adaptive deinterlacing in today's video, and see how it compares to the RetroTink 4K, RetroTink 5X, and let's just go ahead and take a look. Let's dive in. So to make this video more efficient, I have decided to test Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore for the PS2 as it is a brutal game for motion adaptive deinterlacing. So I have my trusty PS2 Slim here that has been kitted with a PixelFX Retro GEM Shiny Edition, and this will be using direct mode. We're also going to be running the tests again through just normal Sony component video cables. And to accomplish this with the Morph, since again it is a digital-only solution, we're going to be using a RetroTink 5X to handle analog video input, which will then be output at 480i into the Morph. And of course, the RetroTink 4X already has native component video ports, so we'll see how that whole chain handles versus just a straight-up RetroTink 4K. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some results. So unfortunately, the PixelFX Morph deinterlacing still has a bit of a way to go before it wants to catch up to the RetroTink 4K and the new Edge Adaptive setting that is available in the 1.3.9 firmware update. And then as I was recording this, there's actually a new firmware update that has been released to make it even better than what you see in this video, so awesome. But anyway, no matter what setting you choose for the Motion Adaptive Deinterlacing on the PixelFX Morph, it just never results in what seems like a stable image. You either have too much bob or too much combing, and it's still got a way to go. So the RetroTink does still have the edge here, even with a pure digital Retro GEM mod on both systems. But let's go ahead and take a look at analog video real quick as well. So by chaining our analog video to a RetroTink 5X into the Morph results in pretty much the same thing as we saw with the PS2 Retro GEM. The RetroTink 4K's Motion Adaptive Deinterlacing is just a better solution overall compared to chaining these two scalars together. Maybe this will change when PixelFX releases their own analog bridge. Probably not, unless they tune their algorithm for Motion Adaptive Deinterlacing a little bit better. But for curiosity's sake, this is what the RetroTink 5X looks like by itself. So with that said, the RetroTink 5X would better be suited with the Morph if you were to put it into one of its 1080p modes, let the RetroTink 5X do the deinterlacing, and then scale it up from there with the Morph. But even then, you're spending $400 on a 1080p to 4K upscaler when a lot cheaper options for that exist, like the 4K Gamer Pro. So where does that leave us with the Morph? Well, if you are a big fan of interlace content, it's not a very happy picture. If you are running mostly progressive sources, things are definitely looking a lot better. There's still the occasional bug and hiccup there. The profile system's kind of ridiculous, and then masks are just a little hard to manipulate as well. But it'll get there, I believe. But the big one for me was definitely that deinterlacing, considering how much time I spend on 480i content, and unfortunately, it's not there for me. Hopefully, it will get there one day, but as of right now, RetroTink 4K all the way, and if you happen to have a RetroTink 5X, you can see that the results on that are better than what you get on this as well. And if your TV supports 1440p output, there's really no reason to chain it to another scaler in the first place. But we're going to go ahead and call it here. We've seen everything we need to see between the Morph and RetroTink 4K and even the RetroTink 5X. But thank you all so much as always for watching today's video. I hope you have found it informative. And if you'd be so kind to do the usual favors here at the end, sub button, notification bell, thumbs up, thumbs down, you know the drill. But for anyone interested in further helping support us to do more videos like this, please be sure to check out that join button here on YouTube or the Patreon link in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Every little bit helps keep this place going, and we're super grateful to all of our champs. You're just incredible. Thank you so much for all of your long-time support. But until next time, my wonderful internet peeps, you all stay awesome, keep on gaming, and we'll see you back next video.